But yeah,
They're gross.
The Star Wars trailer, I kind of tugged my dig to that. It was so fucking good.
Ooh, cool, man. Got the tweezers out for that one.
Brunch, hit it, boys!
Tragedy has befallen Brunch.
I am very, very upset.
I know, like, we are recording right now because if we didn't start recording again, we would be fucking murdering people.
Oh, I don't get...
and we're the only people that are near each other, so
I don't get
murder me.
I don't get rage, steaming hot rage very often.
Yeah, a touch of rage.
Very, very rare.
Yeah.
I was hit with a touch of rage.
Ooh.
We recorded a pretty much 90 to 95% of a very, very good episode. A very good episode.
It was a great episode. There, to those of you who have never felt magic before, Pete and I know when the magic is working, and we so had the fucking magic.
We had it so, and we
relatively quickly.
Yeah, absolutely, very quickly.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time since I've felt that way.
It was, yeah. You know what? It was like it was a nice feeling.
Yes, it was a great feeling. And then you know what? We lost the episode. I don't know what the fuck happened, but GarageBand crashed
unexpectedly.
That, and I think it was caused by our little equipment thing here ran out of battery, and apparently that causes GarageBand to just crash and lose everything.
And the good part was when it crashed, I was like, oh, I've had GarageBand, I've had
worried.
Logic crash, I've had all those things crash before, like audio programs fucking crash, like especially when they detect that I'm making music with them. They're like, no. But when you open it, it always fucking has it. It recovers the fuck out of everything. So I was like, okay.
And it popped up with that. It gave me the nice little pop-up thing. Quit unexpectedly. Would you like to reopen it? I said yes, and it said okay. And there was like a will it or won't it? And then it showed up with an audio file, and it was
empty.
40 seconds.
Yeah.
The first 40 seconds of the 40-minute episode that we did. So we're a little angry right now, but we're gonna soldier through. We're gonna soldier through.
All right, so the episode began with me saying that this episode we saw the mountains between us. And then every time we talked about the mountains between us, we would change the name a little bit because we had the magic. So it was really funny, and like we would always make each other laugh. I said the mountains among us. You said the mountains
amongst us?
Yeah, I said the mountains upon us. There was a lot of stuff about that, which was quite clever considering we didn't see the movie at all.
We did not see the movie.
Didn't see the movie, and the reason we didn't see the movie, as I explained, was because there was
referring back to as I explained.
There's going to be a lot of. Well, again,
has this happened to us before?
No.
I think this is the first time where we've just lost everything.
Yeah.
Well, lost everything on the podcast. We've lost everything in our personal lives.
Oh, yeah. I've lost everything.
Plenty of times.
Quite a few times.
Quite experienced at losing everything.
That's what brought me to this podcast, okay?
Title of this episode is Losing Everything?
Yes. The reason... As I explained...
You needed to get it together here because...
As I explained, this is how we force each other to see things. We agree to see something, then one of us drags our feet, and then the other one says, all right, well, I'm doing this. And then once one person says...
I'm in the theater, I'm watching this.
Then you're like...
It's happening.
I've got to see it, or else I'm an asshole, I'm letting the other person down. And that's how my life works with everything. That's like the only time I fucking work out is in group classes, shit like that. I need to be held accountable to something. I need to be unless letting somebody down is in play, I'm not gonna fucking do anything.
I still have a fear whenever we agree to see a movie, and it's especially when it's a movie that neither of us really wants to see. There's a creeping fear that I'm gonna go see it, and then you're gonna be like, well, I didn't see that shit.
Yeah.
Because you've done that before.
I know, and I know that you're good about it, so I know that
I will not leave you hanging out to dry.
Right.
But there's a part of you that's definitely that's always in play.
In every
you're very unpredictable.
Every type of relationship, there's a person who can let the other person down. I'm always the person who's going to let the person down. as we said, you were really, you had your dick all ready to go for the mountains between us.
Yes, I was throbbing.
It sounded funnier when I said that the first time.
You can't keep saying that.
You had your dick all prepared to see the mountains within us, and I didn't see that one last time.
No, you didn't say that one. So we're making progress here.
New content, brand new content. This is fresh. You won't get this anywhere else. So I was going to go see it Wednesday. You were going to see it Thursday. So I go to the theater Wednesday, and as you know, I was having trouble with Movie Pass.
Yes.
But different trouble. I've progressed in my Movie Pass struggles. It turns out I didn't have location services on because this will not surprise you because I said it when we were recording it the first time. I don't turn location services on for shit. I need to be told, hey, turn location services on, and then I decide whether or not I'm going to do that. I don't just fucking automatically have that shit on.
If there are options on the table and you have the choice to be on the grid or off the grid, you're always picking off the grid.
Always off the grid. It's like saying, like, would you rather be asleep or awake? Give me that sleep, baby. So I realized, because it told me, it was like, yo, fucking turn location, because it was like, yo, what's your theater? I was like, the one I'm fucking just at, right? The one I'm pointing, you can see it. And it was like, I don't see any theaters. I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn location services on, I guess.
Did you figure this out by yourself?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. It
took you like
my
4 trips.
19th attempt, so I wouldn't be super proud. So I fixed that, and I'd gotten far. I got to the point where, like, I checked into the movie. It was saying, good job. Here you go. Go in, buy your ticket, use this card. Bing, bang, boom. You're good to go. Zippity-doo-dah. So I go in. I use the kiosk. Poom, poom. We were doing a lot of those when we were recording it, too.
And the thing go pop.
Yeah. God, you should have fucking heard this one. You had to be there. And so I go in. It wasn't working with the kiosk. I can't believe I'm fucking saying this again. And it was like, yo, this card's not working. So I go inside to the counter to do it, and I say, hey, Movie Pass, it's acting up, and the guy says, okay, just once this woman's done at this register, because we got to do it at this register, then you'll be good to go. And so I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, no problem. And as I said, I like to be, as I said in a previous episode, I like to be nice to service people, but what I didn't say on a previous episode, but I did say when the first time we were recording this one was that it makes my day if I'm overly nice to a service person. So this guy was a little stressed. He was like, I'm so sorry. You got to wait for this cashier to open up. I know this one's open, but for this specific transaction, it's got to be done at this one. I'm so sorry. And I was like, look, man, the movie starts 6:15. It's 6:05. Realistically, I don't need to be in there until like 7:45. Said 6:50 last time we were recording this. Didn't get a laugh, so I thought I'd bump it up to 7:45. See what's what. There we go.
There you go.
That's so hard, Pete.
See, useful experience here.
That's true.
You learned what worked and didn't work with the room, and you change it.
We workshopped our jokes.
Right.
Pretty good. Learned that the poon poom stuff was killing last time, so maybe ramp it up for You done
It's a double header here.
Yes.
You struck out in the first game. Yeah. Now you're coming back, hitting home runs.
Yeah. So I'm waiting, making this guy's day. Oh, the last time I did this whole fucking thing, we really riffed on it about how I calmed this guy down about how bad he felt because I was making this guy's day by being really polite, and there was a whole, I think I did like 10, hey, look at me, hey, you're doing great. And
I compared you to an EMT, like you were working on a guy, you were being like, stay with me,
yeah.
I'll be okay, you'll be okay, I'm here for you.
I made a joke about how after the transaction, I'm going to hang out for an extra few minutes just to make sure everything's still all right.
And I made a joke saying, hey, text me when you get home.
Yeah.
Because that's where you guys are at in your relationship.
Right, and fuck.
It killed, trust me.
I got him some water. I not only got him some water, I got him some water after yelling, can someone get him some water? I didn't make that joke last time.
Nope.
Yeah. this one, I did the could someone get him some water? And then I ran and got him some water, and I gave him the water. And people are always very condescending when they give you calm down water. They're like, oh fuck, you need some water, so they bring over some water, and they're like, just drink the water. Thanks.
I know what to do with this.
All you need to do is fucking give it to me.
I know what to do with this. Thank you for your fucking instructions.
Me not drinking water was me drinking water was prevented by me not having water. Now that I have it, I can go the rest of the way.
Here, drink this.
Yeah.
Yes. What else am I going to do with it?
I think I've said this before when people are like, "Oh, you sick? Drink lots of fluids." Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do with them. Cool. All right.
Sorry, I was going to fuck those fluids until you told me to drink them.
I was going to paint some fluids. So. Anyway, so I'm about to deal with the guy, and this woman comes out of the theater. And what did she say, Pete?
She said, "There's a rat in there."
Yes, very good. You remember from when I just told you that a few minutes ago.
Yep.
And he and I think in my head, I'm like, as long as I'm not in that theater, as long as I'm not on the same side.
You got to do the active rat joke, because that killed the first time around.
Oh, fuck, yeah. She was like, there's a rat in there. How did I even get to the active rat thing? I called him an active rat eventually.
There was a rat in there, and then you were like, no, she said there is a rat in there.
Oh, yeah. Presently. I said the woman came out, and she was like, there was a rat in there. And then I was like, oh, sorry, there is a rat.
Active rat.
And
active rat situation, code red.
Yes. So she brings up, We've got a rat in our hands. Said something to that effect. Like, hey, everybody, it's a rat. And the guy responds, I'll never forget this. He says, has your movie started yet? She fucking hated that response.
Well, I mean, in her defense, that's a shitty way to respond to an active rat situation.
Yes.
The first question, at what point in the movie are you at?
Yeah. She's like, what? She comes out, she's like, there's a rat in there. He's like, whoa, I haven't seen that movie yet.
Spoiler alert.
Excuse me.
I said this around the first time around, and I'm not changing my stance. I don't know if a rat being in the theater would deter me from seeing the movie.
It would for me.
I've
had
really
too many interactions with rats. I know them too well.
I haven't had too many interactions with rats, but I feel like if I put my feet up in the theater, just sit Indian style, which we discussed, you got very defensive.
I called you problematic.
You said that I should not say...
No, I called myself problematic for saying it, and then you said... Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
I said it.
Let's go to the tape.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Kill me.
I said sitting Indian style, and you said, don't say that because I think that's kind of racist.
No, I said, can we say that?
Oh, okay. Well, and then you were...
I tried to start the conversation.
Yes, and
let's start the conversation.
I think that
Indians
saying Indian style is fine because Indian people sat that way around fires and stuff like that.
And then I
said their teepees, and you were like,
well, because you said because Indians sit around fires, and I said, you know who sits around fires? Anybody who's near a fire.
But you sit with your legs crossed. That's what Indian style is. Don't take that away from them.
And then we changed my name from DJ to SJ.
Last thing Indian people need is another thing taken away from them. So don't do that. Speaking of Indian people, which I didn't discuss around the first time, I saw Wind River this week, which is a movie about a woman who was discovered dead on an Indian reservation, and they try to find out who killed her and what happened. And it was very, very good. I would recommend it. It's heavy as shit.
Nice.
So,
was it a ghost?
Quick little plug.
Who killed?
It was not a ghost that killed her, and it was not a rat. So, spoiler alert there.
The guy was like, all right, I'm just going to help this guy get his ticket, and then I'm probably going to kill myself before I have to deal with you, man. Just give me 1 second.
I'm going to get this guy's ticket, and I'm going to completely ignore your situation because I am not touching that fucking rat.
I'm going to help this guy get his ticket, and I'm going to make up a lot of issues with him getting his ticket because he seems to be way cool about everything, and you're fucking screaming at me. So, the guy, she was like, well, let's just hope that he's not seeing the mountain fucking to whom us. And I was like, fuck, I am seeing that movie. God damn it. And then I just said to the guy, I was like, hey, man, I think I gave him the Jonah Hill gift. I was like, can't do rats, brah, and walked out. And that's the story of us not doing the rats. And then this was a very funny part of the last podcast. And I was like, all right, now let's... get your reason for not seeing the movie. You got a text saying, hey man, it's off, saw a rat, and you were like, cool, I'm not seeing that movie.
So that did happen. I still plan on seeing that movie.
Yeah.
Hopefully without rats.
Need the Idris redemption story.
Absolutely.
All right, let's bang
we
out
got
some reviews.
Yep, we got 3 of them. The first one right here, 69% funny, 100% great by official Rotten Tomatoes reviewer. Pete and Deej are a great duo with excellent chemistry. Their shows are always entertaining and sometimes even helpful with occasional nuggets of wisdom. Shout out Boxer Briefs. Deej talking about his sum of odd habits and anxieties have made me feel a lot less weird. My own habits and anxieties, some of which we share. Pete is #ArmGoals. By far my favorite podcast. Been listening. The beginning when they would upload every 2 weeks and then 2 in a week. So
for as much as you struggled through that,
it was worse the first
right.
time around.
So this person had some dropped words, some dropped punctuation. Pete pieced it together this time. There were a lot more issues the last time. It was so funny. Should we tell them what the funny part was?
No,
should we leave it to the imagination?
It's gone. It's gone. The moment is lost.
Thank you, boys. I said boys the same way last time. By BSB DBS. For the past few years, I've been basically lost as I try to figure out life as an adult. A couple months ago, I had the pleasure of discovering Pete and DJ, and for once, I actually felt like I fit in. And mind you, they are complete neurotic lunatics, but they are neurotic lunatics. Thanks, guys, for somehow making Deborah the lemon pepper chicken the high point of my week every time it's uttered. Cool.
Speaking to My Heart by LOL. Hey guys, I love the podcast. I listen to you guys while I run, and it feels like you're both right there with me. Keep up the awesome work. I don't feel so alone anymore.
Nice. We still do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
If you want to give us a review, we've made it a little bit easier for you. You can go to listentobrunch.com/review, and it'll take you right to the iTunes page. And you can also do that if you want to subscribe to the show, which you should have already done, but if you haven't done it already, go to listentobrunch.com/subscribe, and it'll send you to the iTunes page. It's easy. You just click the subscribe button. It's very, very simple.
Please, oh, please, oh, please play DraftKings fantasy football and fantasy hockey, because we're doing that, and it's a lot of fun. So
use promo code BRUNCH.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, do it with promo code
Forgot
BRUNCH.
the most fucking important part.
I know. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of you guys have been doing it.
Also, check us out on the CLNS radio app.
Yes, sir.
Because they're our friends, and they're great. We love them. I want to give a quick shout-out to 47 Brand, by the way. They sent me a couple hats in the mail this week, and I love them. I love everything 47 Brand does. Like, it's just a really good company, and they're not paying me to say this. This isn't a fucking advertisement.
But they did give you shit.
They did give me shit, so to kind of bribe me. But they sent me two Red Sox playoff hats this week, and they came in the mail about 90 minutes before the Red Sox were eliminated. So not great timing, but great product. But great products.
I also got to give 47 Brand a shout out because I would like them to give me a Celtics hat. So shout out to 47 Brand. Use promo code BRUNCH. What should we do here? Because here's part of the magic. We had two very good conversations about the show Big Mouth and the show You're the Worst. You're watching Big Mouth. I'm watching You're the Worst. And for shows that one of us aren't watching, we got through it pretty good. Should we do like a condensed version of that?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. So I'm watching Big Mouth right now, which is the animated show on Netflix with John Mulaney, Nick Kroll, Jenny Slate, Fred Armisen,
the hypochondriac from Scrubs.
The hypochondriac from Scrubs that nobody knows his name. Jason Mantzoukas. I'm sure I'm missing somebody else, a couple other people in there. It's a stacked
Slate.
Yeah, I already said Jenny Slate. Could never forget her.
Oh.
Don't fucking patronize me.
The magic's gone.
But it's an animated show about young kids. I think probably middle school, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
going through puberty,
like 6th to 9th grade.
Yeah, going through puberty, learning about sex, relationships, and stuff. It's very, very funny. Funny enough to make you forget about John Mulaney's last show.
Yes,
not so good. But I still love him. I forgive him. The show is very, very funny.
I watched the first episode. Very funny. Very relatable. Horrifying ways. Like it was just like a lot of shit. Like, oh fuck. Like I forgot that was like an entire fucking thing. You know?
Right. And
puberty.
I mean, I can't wait. This show is more preparation for me to get ready for it. But it's very informational. I love it. It's a really strong thing that you can say about this show is that it starts off really strong. Like it hits its stride immediately. You know what it's going to be, and it's funny from the get-go. About 10 minutes into the show, there's a scene about dicks playing basketball.
Oh yeah, the song
big
is
dicks playing basketball.
Classic.
We'll drop that in right here.
Yeah.
Penises playing basketball, big dicks shooting hoops, passing, dribbling, bouncing, jiggling, big dicks on the loose. What?
So there's a really funny song, a really funny part in the first episode that had me immediately hooked. Like if you have just giant dicks playing sports in your first episode, your pilot, I'm in already. I don't know if you've gotten to this part yet, but they have. There's one of the episodes where Mulaney's character thinks that he might be gay, and Freddie Mercury.
Oh, I've definitely gotten to that part.
Freddie Mercury shows up and sings a song about how great being gay is.
What's it like to be gay? When you're gay, every day is a non-stop cabaret. You've got style and flair, you're loved everywhere except for North Carolina. Bears and queens and Catholic tweens, the world's your buff buffet. Come and join in the fun, say hello to tight buns and goodbye vaginas. Be gay, totally gay, be a bright and shining rainbow. Yes, you'll find your new identity in the LGBT community. Oh, I'm gay, totally gay. I'm a fabulous, flouncing, loud and proud cliche on display. And I found my calling today. Oh, Shantae, it's a flaming hot pink-letter day. I'm not the boy I used to be. I'm here, I'm queer, get used to me. I'm gay. He's absolutely undeniably gay.
That's so fucking unfair, by the way.
What do you mean?
For the ghost of Freddie Mercury to be like, oh, being gay is fucking awesome. Yeah, like when you're Freddie Mercury, like I'm sure that like there are a lot of kids who like got their asses kicked or whatever, or like got beat up, got made fun of when they were gay or whatever. It's like the average gay experience, like back in the day, was not you get to be Freddie Mercury.
That's like saying like like being a theater kid's awesome, delivered by Zac Efron.
Right. It's like if you're the coolest fucking person in the world.
Right. But the song about being gay and how great it is really, really funny from the ghost of Freddie Mercury. So the impressions in the show are pretty great.
Nice.
There's The Rock. The Rock shows up at one point. Actually, that's how.
Is it set in today? Okay.
One of the things that I think is really funny about the show is that it's animated, so some of the characters don't look at like most of the characters don't look at all like their real life counterparts. Where I feel like a lot of animated shows do
you're
that.
Supposed to do that.
They for sure the one character that does do that is Nick Kroll.
Yes, I was going to say. I remember Nick Kroll's looking like Nick Kroll,
which is kind of funny because Nick Kroll is one of the driving forces behind the show. You would think that Nick Kroll would be like,
make himself look better,
right? Maybe I can look good for once.
Looks gross.
You're like,
Nick
nope,
Kroll.
give me a giant forehead again.
Yeah.
So that's a weird thing, but Big Mouth is for sure worth checking out. It's very, very funny.
Yeah. So then I gave a little spiel about You're the Worst, which I started watching. One of my friends who recommended it to me, he'd mentioned, he was like, oh, yeah, the cast is really good. It's got this girl, Aya Cash. I hope I'm saying her name right. And I was like, fuck, I feel like I know who that is. And then I was like, was she in the show Easy? He had no idea what Easy was. Looked it up.
How does nobody know what Easy is?
I know, unbelievable.
Nobody knows what Easy is.
It's like...
PSA.
Yeah.
Easy on Netflix. We've talked about it plenty of times in the past.
Awesome.
It's very good.
Awesome. And so this girl is the girl from the Dave Franco episodes of Easy.
Okay.
She's the wife of the Evan Jonakite, whatever that guy's name is. She's the wife of the brother. And I remember remarking when we were watching it, I thought that she was fucking awesome in those episodes. And I didn't know her from anything else. and she's the main character, one of two main characters of You're the Worst, and it's great. And I was saying, this is one that we'll definitely not be able to recapture because I ventured into my fucking DJ Talks About Depression area, which you get like fucking
you get one
40
crack at
seconds a year where I'll touch on that. But I was saying, so it's about, if you haven't watched it, it's about two people who are just fucking awful humans, and they get together, and it's a show about them.
Some podcast called Brunch.
Right? Yeah. It's the show is them trying to navigate a relationship when they are the two worst people, and they're probably used to in every relationship being the asshole, but they're both such assholes. But they get together, and in season 2, I would say for my hashtag depression squad, it is, at least for me, because I know that everybody's case is different, it was the most relatable portrayal of depression I've ever fucking seen. And I thought as I was watching it, I was like, this sucks because this person sucks right now, because I know that when I'm like that, I suck. But it was unbelievable just how well and like normally it was portrayed. If anybody related at all to, and I know a lot of fucking people did, the one episode that we had about depression and all that shit, if anybody related to that, you'll watch this, and I think you'll relate to it like fucking crazy. So that was really cool. And now, like, I think I'm in season 3 now. Now she's doing better now, and it was just fucking, it was a good way of portraying that, because I know that this week we had the World Mental Health Day thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody, they tweet about it, and they're good at fucking let's stop the stigma. And there's a podcast that my pals at Handlebar do called Handle with Care, where they're good talking about that. I'm the fucking worst at talking about that. So when people are good at it, I very much appreciate it, because I can't do it myself.
And a point that you brought up was that there's nothing in the show that set it off. Which is
right. That's like big thing with me. Yeah.
And like that, I feel like that is definitely the case, where if you're asked to explain your depression, like why are you depressed?
Yeah.
You can't sometimes.
I know. That's definitely a true thing. Like if memory serves, nothing happens to her on the show that she's like, fuck, now I'm depressed. Like, obviously sometimes if you're a depressed person and like shit can happen that can exacerbate it. Yeah, exactly. But a lot of times
always.
You're just like, fuck, I can't explain it. Mm-hmm. And that becomes a bigger part of it, that you're like, because you can't explain it to other people and you can't explain it to yourself and all that sort of shit. So it was unbelievably well done, and I didn't see it coming, because the show is, again, it was like if this happened in It's Always Sunny, and you're like, fuck, wait, wow, that was so well done. So I definitely recommend that show, not just for that reason, because it's really funny and because these people are fucking horrible. One of the main characters has PTSD, and he's basically there just to further magnify how bad of people the other characters are, because they do not handle his PTSD. They're not as considerate of it as any fucking buddy else would be.
What's a great way to highlight how terrible somebody is?
Put
not
them in a room
sympathizing with somebody who went to war and is still struggling with it.
Yeah.
Pretty quick way to hammer that home.
Right. Oh my God. Like I laugh out loud so many times at the interactions they have with him, because it's just so fucking awful. And like every time he digs up the courage to say something, like he admits that he hasn't been able to have sex since he's been back from war, and like it's been 3 years, and he's just started seeing somebody, and he's all nervous about it. And, like the first thing they do is make like 60 jokes in his face about it.
Well, you know who would have made a joke about that?
Who?
The lady from Love Actually.
Oh,
you're never gonna get laid if you keep moping around.
Yeah, right. You keep fucking going to war and being upset
about your fucking dead wife.
Right. Yeah. It was. Yeah, it was great, and so I recommend that show.
Speaking of depression, I got a Happy Light this week.
Yeah, you told me when we were recording last time.
I got a Happy Light this week to deal with seasonal depression, which is a thing that I don't really get hit by regular depression too often. Is that a thing? Regular depression?
We call it the Orig.
The Orig. I don't know.
We call it
I don't
D1.
know too much about OG depression.
Yeah,
but I get hit with seasonal depression pretty pretty bad.
Yeah.
In the fall/winter months. So I got a Happy Light because it was suggested to me, and I think it's working.
Then we made a joke about how you were like, I got Happy Light this week, and I made a joke because we just talked about the 47 brand thing, and I was like, if a fucking company
you were
sent
very
I was
concerned.
like,
You
if
were like,
a company
did somebody
listened to
send
this
that to
podcast
you?
and sent you a depression lamp, I would be furious.
I would be furious about that. Like I would hand it off.
Maybe they would send it to you, and this is new material. Didn't say this on the last one. Maybe they would send it to you with like, hey
give
listen
this
to the
to DJ.
podcast. Sounds like DJ's in too deep. He's down that road. Doesn't seem like
Save
he's coming
yourself.
back. Just wanted to get out ahead of this and give you a depression lamp.
What if somebody sent me a depression lamp being like, hey, heard DJ talking about his depression. Make sure it doesn't get you depressed.
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
a fucking Happy Light. But here's my quick review of the Happy Light. I think it's working. It
Are
helps.
you depressed right now?
I'm not depressed. Well, I'm
Working.
I'm a little depressed right now that we lost the fucking original goddamn episode of the show.
No, you were enraged.
I was enraged. Yeah,
It sucked because I was in like the kind of
like nobody can see you.
yeah.
Because this
Fuck,
is a podcast.
I was in like the Tom Cruise face kind of. Just
I don't
like,
know what to do with myself.
just like laughing and grinning and like
Yeah, you could tell that you were for sure like
suppressing
not
it.
dealing with it yet.
Yeah.
So it wasn't real to you, but here we are.
Let's bang out our songs real quick because we also have a music conversation we want to get to.
We have a music conversation that we want to get to.
Okay, songs real quick. Important stuff comes out on Friday. Stranger Things comes out, season 2, right?
Nope.
Could be wrong.
Nope.
Does not. Okay.
Nope. The trailer comes out on Friday.
The
final
get
trailer.
the fuck
The
out
final
of here.
trailer.
Love you, Randy.
Did you
But-
watch the Star Wars trailer?
No. And everyone fucking talking about trailers coming out like they're the new
Star Wars is
like,
always going to be the
sneakers.
hot shit.
Other sneaker take. I was pissed that people tried to make this fucking which color of the sneakers thing a thing. I don't fucking care. They're sneakers. That's what they are.
Wear them
They're
on your
sneaker
feet on the
colored.
side.
Right.
But yeah,
They're gross.
The Star Wars trailer, I kind of tugged my dig to that. It was so fucking good.
Ooh, cool, man. Got the tweezers out for that one.
Original content.
Yes, that wasn't on the last one. Yeah. All right. So, my songs, because new stuff's coming out on Friday. St. Vincent's album is coming out Friday. You got out ahead of the curve on this one because you what did you put Los Angeles on
Yep.
there? Yeah, that's a hot track. I didn't know that she had a new album coming out. I didn't know that she had new shit out until you put Los Angeles on here. So she's since released a couple more songs. New York, I think, is what one of them is called. That one's great. It's a ballad, and it's a nice ballad that has motherfucker in the chorus.
Always
Love that
always a
touch.
plus.
Yeah. One of the lines is like, "You're the only motherfucker that can handle me," and that's either strong or wildly sexy, depending on the context.
Or both.
Yes. Yeah. Because if it means both, then like, goddamn, St. Vincent. Again, Annie Clark, the babe of all babes. So I'm going to put out one of the songs from this album called Pills. That dropped this week, produced by Jack Antonoff. And
he did well with
Jack,
it.
good form Jack.
Back on our good side.
Do you know what good form Jack is from?
Yes. Peter Pan.
Hook, yeah. Mm-hmm. Good form Jack. You look like someone who needs a mother very badly. That's stupid fucking uppity kid. I wish they didn't bring her back. Just get Jack. Stupid little kid. Telling off Hook that way. He fucking fed you for that whole time he kidnapped you. Kidnap humor. Beck's album also coming out. And that album is going to be fucking amazing because all the songs on it so far are great. Wow, which has been out forever, is on that album. But it's also got a few other songs that have been out so far. Dear Life is one of them. I'm adding that one. I couldn't put my finger on what song it reminded me of. And as I'm saying it now, I realize it reminds me of My Trigger by Mike Snow. It's a great song. A lot of cool piano in there. So I'm very excited for this Beck album. It seems like a dancier, more hip-hop-y Beck album. That's my favorite kind of Beck. So very excited for that. And the third song, just for the hell of it, I'm putting Grown Up by Danny Brown. That's a classic.
Okay. Just for the hell of it, I'm adding "Come On Illinois" by Hanov.
That's a great song.
Awesome song.
Great song.
I still go back and forth with their albums and which ones I like more.
I know.
Because it's tough. Second one, I'm adding "Somebody Kill Me" from the
Yes.
Wedding Singer soundtrack. Because the Wedding Singer, it's easy to forget. Fucking fire soundtrack.
Unbelievable soundtrack, yeah.
And the reason that came up was we were talking a little Lady Gaga before
Ooh,
this
yeah.
before we recorded
Lady
the first
Gaga.
episode of this episode. Third song, "You and I" by Lady Gaga, because, and this is what we're getting to here, I had a Lady Gaga take that I put out on Twitter this week. I heard "Love Game" for the first time in a long time, which that was my first exposure to Lady Gaga. I don't know if it was like her first hit or whatever, but it was my first exposure to her.
God, no, it wasn't.
No?
No.
Okay. That was my first exposure to her. So like I was like, "Huh. This song is kind of fire."
Let's have some fun. This beat is sick.
Yes. "I want to take a ride on your disco stick." Belongs in a museum.
Calling a beat sick power rankings. 1, Lady Gaga. 1,000, Taylor Swift.
Fair enough. Very low.
Yes.
But I heard "Love Game" for the first time in a long, long time this week. That song stinks.
Good song. Love Game by Eminem featuring Kendrick Lamar. Tweeted that one out after Eminem's fucking
everybody
freestyle.
fucking ripping their dicks off to that freestyle.
Oh my god. So we got a take I didn't have on this last one. We gotta stop overthinking good things. Like, to the woke crowd, to the people who fucking hate Trump, we've gotta stop overthinking good gestures. I read a piece about how that freestyle was problematic, and it was from somebody who is anti-Trump, somebody who is pro-Kaepernick, somebody who likes everything that basically who stands for everything Eminem had to say, and they're like, it's problematic because sometimes when black people speak out against Trump, racists try to discredit them.
Then how is that problematic?
Right. We're all against the racists. Like, if a racist says, "Oh, we don't care when this black person does it," the reason they are saying that is because they're racist and they don't like what that person is supporting. They're also not going to like what Eminem is saying. We're all against the racists. So I read this piece and it was like, for starters, the bars weren't even that cool. It's like, that was not the point. Definitely not the point.
And also, like, this is not the first time that Eminem has criticized a president, not the first time that Eminem has gone off on anything. Like, this is very on brand.
Yeah.
So just fucking take it for what it is.
Yes.
He's not venturing wildly out of his lane to do this.
If you are outspoken against Donald Trump and against racism, we are on board with that.
Yes.
Good job. We encourage you to do that. All right. We got to get
Lady
to
Gaga.
this. Yeah, because unfortunately, I have to go do a fucking fantasy basketball draft.
Look at you, basketball man.
I know. I'd love basketball, man. So you said, let's rank our top 5 Lady Gaga songs, and it was
Lady
right
Gaga hits.
Oh, singles. Yeah.
Singles.
Yeah.
Radio, well-known,
Yeah.
not the deep cuts, because
Yes.
she's had a lot of music.
Yes.
But she's had a lot of bangers
Yeah.
that are in the same stratosphere, I
Yeah.
would say. So I want to know your top 5 Lady Gaga singles.
Okay. So I had a little touch of rage when you added your song because You and I is my number 1.
That's my number 1.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that we both landed on that as her best song, because I feel like not a lot of people would say that that's her best song.
Yeah, and I shoved that song down people's throats when that song came out, and people were hard on
That song is a
hey,
fucking power ballad.
chill out about that song. It's not that
Song's
good.
awesome.
And so that's the kind of country I want Lady Gaga doing, not so much the Joanne country.
Right, that's like a...
None of these top 5s are from Joanne.
Okay.
That won't surprise anybody.
No, yeah. All right, what's your number 2 here?
My number 2 is Bad Romance.
Fuck you! God damn it! We have
Really?
the same one, too.
The magic's back. It's the bad
Unbelievable.
magic.
Number 3. If we get all 5 in the same order, it would be wild.
That would be crazy. Number 3, Alejandro.
Okay. Nope. I have Poker Face.
Ooh. Poker Face is a good one.
Yeah.
Poker Face, not my top 5.
Ooh, okay. Alejandro's 4 for me.
Ooh.
Who do you
My
got
number
for?
4, this is one that does not get enough fucking credit. It's one of her most well-known songs, but when it came out, everyone fucking butted it, which annoyed me because I get very annoyed when people say, oh, this song sounds like another song I've heard. And I say, I can do that with any fucking song, but we're not being dicks right now, are we, you fucking chump? That song is Born This Way.
Okay.
Born This Way is a great fucking
it's a good song, yeah.
But just because it sounds like Express Yourself, people are like, oh, well, no, it doesn't count. Got news for you, motherfucker. You and I sounds like fucking What's Up by Four Non Blondes. You can do that with any fucking song.
What was the song that you said sounded like the one from The Wedding Singer?
Oh, Marry the Night.
Marry the
Beginning
Night.
of Marry the Night. It's got
like
the same phrase, the da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. I gotta marry. So my list rounds out with not Poker Face. Ends out with Just Dance.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Just Dance is a fucking smash.
Yeah, I want to have Just Dance on there. I want to have Just Dance or Poker Face on there, and I didn't have any room for those two.
I'm surprised that Telephone didn't make your list.
Telephone is probably 6 or 7. Yeah.
Okay. I was just surprised. You're a
Great
Beyonce
tune.
stan.
So that's I'm not a Beyonce stan, but I know that I appreciate Beyonce more than idiots do. Again, I voted myself as a non-racist. A lot of people
On the record.
Right. I've got no problem coming right out with it. Not even racist. But I've lost my shit too many fucking times over people being like, oh, Beyonce just uses producers. People fucking say... Producer is the new auto-tune where people just fucking use that word to
fit their narrative.
Right, exactly. To fucking discredit someone. Oh, I bet that person's using auto-tune. Like, you don't even know what fucking you wouldn't know what to do with auto-tune, bro.
It's like
You never had auto-tune.
I had auto-tune. It
Yeah,
goes
it's
to a
a
different
camp.
school. You don't know it. Yeah, we gotta get out of here before we lose this episode. Download us on the CLNS radio app. Listenbrunch.com/subscribe.